There was a very interesting experiment once made where a doctor would tell a person to shock by pressing the button with the electric shock person in another room. So a person would press the button and the person in another room would say, "Oh," something like that. And the doctor would say, "Turn the voltage up a little bit and do it again." And they would do it again. And the person in the other room would start yelling a little bit more, like, "Oh, that really hurt." And then the doctor would say, "Turn it up a little bit more and do it again. It's safe. It's okay." And they would do it again. Now the person would say, "Oh, that really hurt." And then the doctor would say, "Do it again." And they would do it again. And then the person would say, "I'm gonna die. This is like hurting me so bad." And then the doctor would say, "Do it again." And most people would just keep on going. Because the doctor said it's safe, so they kept on going, even though the other person in the other room, which he was a paid actor, really started yelling, and then all of a sudden he turned quiet. And the doctor would say, "Keep going, it's safe." And people would still go on. Even though the person was basically, like that. But they were paid actors. So you can see how far most people would go listening to an authority. This happened during the Second World War with the Nazis and with the communists. Like, people will do atrocious stuff, evil stuff, if you tell them to do it. If you apply some pressure, they're already gonna do that evil thing, which is terrifying, how easily people are controlled. And that's the feminine spirit, the spirit of compliance, where you are more driven to comply with an evil thing than to resist, even though you feel it's very wrong, but the masculine spirit is the spirit of standing up for what's right, saying no, resisting. Do you now understand the story about the Adam and Eve? Eve listened to the snake. The snake being evil people. She complied with them because she's not strong, she's weak, she has the feminine spirit. It's okay, she's a woman. But now, if you're a man with a feminine spirit, you can turn psycho. You're the most dangerous thing on this planet. A man with a feminine spirit is capable of horrendous things. Because that's basically a man with no morals, who doesn't listen to his conscience, who does what's evil without problem. He listens to those evil voices. Like Adam listened to Eve. You shouldn't listen to other people. If it conflicts with your conscience, the voice of God, will you listen to God or to the devil? To other people or to your conscience? Don't be like Adam, or be like no, but you'll end up in hell, you'll fall from the heaven. Look at this beautiful river. So this is what makes a man, a masculine spirit. It's not about watching football, lifting weights, picking up women. That won't make you a man. What makes you a man is to have principles, to have a backbone.